Please like and subscribe for more videos like this. In July 15, 1983, a boy named Will Byers disappeared in Hawkins, Indiana. We call it science fiction. We call it a tribute to 80s cinema. But in the original 2014 pitch for the show, the town wasn't Hawkins, it was Montauk, New York. And the monsters weren't just computer-generated images. They were based on a series of declassified government documents so dark that the CIA tried to burn every single one of them. Today, we're going beyond the Netflix screen to the real-life experiments that prove the truth is far stranger than fiction. The introduction. From illegal mind control drugs to psychic spies and a legendary underground base on Long Island, the DNA of Stranger Things is buried in the Cold War's most secret archives. This is the true story of the real Hawkins lab. Chapter 1. MKUltra and the Science of Breaking a Mind. Most fans know that Eleven's mother was an MKUltra test subject, but the real MKUltra was far more clinical and cruel than the show depicts. This CIA program, led by the infamous black sorcerer Sidney Gottlieb, didn't just play with hallucinogens, they were obsessed with a process called de-patterning. The show's Hawkins lab is a direct mirror of Subproject 68, led by Dr. Donald Ewan. Cameron, while most videos just mention drugs, used a technique called psychic driving. He would put subjects into drug-induced comas for up to 86 days and play recorded messages on a loop, sometimes repeating a single phrase 500,000 times. He wanted to completely wipe the human mind clean to see what would happen. In the show, 11 is kept in a sensory deprivation tank. This is a direct reference to the research of John C. Lilly, an MKUltra-linked scientist who invented the isolation tank. He believed that by cutting off all human senses, the mind would unfold and reveal hidden dimensions. The CIA took this seriously. They weren't looking for superheroes. They were looking for a way to delete a human's personality and replace it with a programmable sleeper agent. 11 is the fictional realization of the CIA's greatest dream, a human being with no past, only a purpose. Chapter 2. Psychic Experiments and the Remote Viewers. In Season 1, 11 enters the Void to find a Russian spy. This isn't just a cool visual effect, it's a stylized version of Project Stargate. Starting in the 70s, the US government spent $20 million training remote viewers. Here is the part most people don't know. The military didn't just use these psychics to find bunkers. In declassified documents, remote viewers like Ingo Swann claimed they were tasked with looking at other planets, specifically Jupiter and the Moon, reporting back details that were only confirmed years later by space probes. In Stranger Things, 11 acts as a bridge between our world and another. In real life, the Stargate psychics described their process as leaving the body and entering a state of total darkness, a mental void, where they could see anything in the world. The show takes this mental spying and asks a terrifying question. What happens while you're spying on the Russians? Something else in that void sees you back. Chapter 3. The Montauk Project, the Beast, and the Chair. Now we get to the core of the show's original pitch. Before it was Stranger Things, it was titled Montauk. This refers to the Montauk Project, a legendary series of experiments allegedly conducted at Camp Hero on the tip of Long Island. According to whistleblowers like Preston Nichols, the base had a massive radar dish that was used to broadcast mind control frequencies over the town. But the centerpiece was the Montauk Chair. It was a seat made of electromagnetic coils that would amplify a psychic's thoughts into reality. The story goes that in August 1983, the same year the show starts, a psychic named Duncan Cameron sat in the chair and manifested a beast from the subconscious. This creature was described as a large, hairy monster that literally tore through the base's walls. To stop it, they had to destroy the transmitters, closing the gate and trapping the creature back in the psychic realm. This isn't just similar to the Demogorgon, it is the exact plot of the first season. The Duffer Brothers didn't just get inspired by this, they built the show on it. The conclusion. Why does Stranger Things resonate so much? Maybe it's because beneath the Eggo waffles and 80s pop songs, we recognize the shadow of the truth. We know that Camp Hero is a real place. We know that MKUltra victims really existed. And we know that the government's hunger for power has often led them into the darkest corners of human ethics. The upside down might be a metaphor, but the bad men in the white coats, they were very, very real. And while the CIA says they stopped these experiments in 1973, many believe they just went black, moving deeper underground away from the eyes of Congress, waiting for the next 11 to open a door that can never be closed. If you want more stories like this, subscribe to Silent Secret Stories, because every secret has a story.